So recently I bought 35,000 pounds of clothing and I am very backed up with a lot of inventory and I haven't sourced in about 2 weeks, but I want to record this video to show you guys an example of me going to the flea market and buying some stuff directly with some people that have some great product. This video is also to show the power of having connections directly with people and doing business with people directly instead of just taking what the thrift store gives you and going to flea markets and taking what the flea market gives you. Working with people directly is the cheat code to eBay. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do business at the flea market. Let's get into it. All right guys, so this was a direct connection that I have met at the flea market, and this is just one of the many that I have, and they have very, very good stuff. The first couple of minutes I was there at their stand, we just talked business, talked about the future, what I like to buy. All this stuff that is right here is all stuff that they kind of had ready for me. We have been texting and it's been taking a while. You know, the first time that I met them, it wasn't an immediate thing where I started buying a bunch of stuff. I kind of just met them by chance going to this flea market that I never really go to. I came to this flea market directly just to go with them. And then once I was done shopping here, I went home. Most of the people that I do business with, it's really just me going to the flea market directly for them. And I go to many different flea markets for specific people. And I go to flea markets here and there to try to find new people that I could do business with. And then like we meet up at the flea market. There are a few people that I do business with outside of the flea market, go with them directly. But this is like the stuff right here that they kind of had ready for me because we have like a pre-existing relationship. I met them in the summer when it was really, really hot and they had really good jackets. And that's when I started buying a lot of Patagonia off of them. And a lot of like North Face, a lot of high-end Columbia. And they get a lot of hiking brands like Marmot. They get some J. Crew, Oakley, Free Country, you know, North Face, all that kind of stuff, Marmot, and just a lot of like hiking brands. And honestly, it's really, really good stuff. I've been doing really good with it, but they were holding back on pulling out their jackets because you know, they weren't gonna just cater to me completely, but it's starting to get colder, so they're pulling out jackets. The guy says he has like a container full, but we're not at the point where I can go to like his house yet, so we're working on the connection. This week, because I did this deal, he said, hey, you've been like one of my most serious buyers. I'm gonna start separating. And like when you come next week, I'll just have everything in the van and you can go through it, all my best stuff. He literally told me, I'm gonna start pulling out my best stuff for you. And you know, we did not start off like this right off the bat. We did not start doing deals that were big right off the bat. I just bought a few things the first time, a few Patagonias. And they have been giving me really, really good deals. Like Patagonias, the best possible ones are 20 bucks. And then there's lower tier ones. Like right here, we have a Y2K Nike jacket. Like that's a no-brainer for me. They charge me like $8 for that. You know, it's not super, super economical, but it is really, really good stuff. And overall, you know, it's going to be a very, very good investment. I spent $760 today on all this stuff. You guys are going to see it's a lot of stuff, but it's all high quality stuff. It's all down jackets. It's all Goose down jackets. It's vests. It's all name brand. Every single thing is worth it. That was J. Crew right there. They have Mountain Hardware. That was a Land's End puffer vest. These are both Columbia vests. They charge me like $8 for these. And a lot of people don't like Columbia, but I have been selling Columbia very well. And I just get like the higher end stuff. And just because it is winter, I am picking up like this kind of stuff. Like that little crew neck Nike is like $6. This little furry North Face, I like picking those up. This right here is a Columbia Oregon collab you know, sweatshirt, and that one is going to do good right now because, you know, it's college football season, this is NFL season. This North Face puffer right here, really, really good, 15 bucks. And this is just really good, consistent stuff. This is a Columbia vest, really good. Mountain Hardware right here, and it just goes on. Like, honestly, I could buy even more stuff, but I just try to get the best stuff with them. And I try to get like all the Patagonia that I possibly can, and the higher end jackets like this. This long one right here is gonna do really good. This one coming up right here is also a Columbia. It's a titanium one, and it's probably like 60 bucks. And you know, I get it much cheaper. That's a very nice Nike sweatshirt right here. But like, obviously right here, like I'm picking out through a lot of these racks, but they did separate like the little pile for me, and they just get so much stuff that they put on hangers. And whenever I go, you know, I can go through it. Like this right here is a very good nano puffer. It's a men's Eddie Bauer. No, that was a Columbia right here. And the list goes on. Like, I'm just getting really good stuff. These are cool pants. They get a lot of Lululemon as well. So, you know, like I can do really, really good business with them. Whenever I go to a new flea market, the thing I've always done is just seeing who has a lot of product, who has a lot of inventory that, you know, caters to what I'm trying to do in business. And then I slowly see if I can do good business with them and buy it in bulk, and seeing that I'm showing them that I'm serious, showing up consistently and showing up on time and paying up. I don't really, with this, people like this, I don't really like haggle on the prices. Look, they have like Patagonia backpacks, they have insane stuff. I don't haggle on the prices. I help out, take off the hangers. I do good business with them. I take care of them, they take care of me. I had a good conversation with the guy that sold me all this stuff, and we were talking about how we both have to win in this situation. I have to make money, he has to make money. And as long as that's happening, that's when it can go on for a long time. As soon as someone gets greedy, I try to get it cheaper for some reason when it's already a good deal, or he tries to jack up the price because he sees I'm making money. That's when stuff goes south. You know, I think it's important for both parties to be winning and for them not to get greedy. And that's when business is good for everyone and everyone wins. And I can give out better deals for the people on eBay. And this guy can go out and buy more stuff. I gave him $760. Now he can go buy more stuff, bring it to me next weekend, and I can buy more. And then he knows I'm gonna be a for sure buyer. Right now, this stuff is gonna be really hot for me, you know, because it is winter, and you know the list goes on the other people I do business with, and they know when I say I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show up on time, and I do good business, and they give me amazing deals for that reason. You can't be expecting to do this right off the bat, you know, starting. When you're first starting off going to flea markets looking for these kinds of people, you can't be doing this right off the bat. You need the cash flow also. And also, like, you need to just familiarize yourself with the person, seeing what they like, and they, you know, it's vice versa. And then seeing if it's someone that you could do business with long term. And these people, like, we finally had that conversation of like, hey, I'm gonna start separating for you directly. Like, give me my number again. Like, last time I got his number, but we didn't really save it because we weren't really that serious with each other. And now it's like, it's getting there. I think it's going to be a very fruitful relationship. And I've never recorded this, you know, person that I buy from, because like I was like trying to keep it a secret, but I'm trying to show you guys on YouTube. So make sure you guys drop a thumbs up for that. You know, I'm showing some private deals here. People I do business with directly. We're going to see all these things be sold on my eBay store soon, which is linked down below. So make sure you guys check out that link down below and check out my store. And yeah, guys, like, go out there, try to find these people that have a lot of product and do some good business. All right, guys, so I hope you guys like that little commentary. Like I said, this is one connection right here that I have been kind of waiting to really start working with in the winter. I had met them like in the summer, and they had told me that they had a lot of jackets. They would have a couple here and there. It just got cold this morning. I barely put on a hoodie, like a little fresh, you know, not that cold. But I was like, hey, let me go over there with them. I hadn't gone in a little bit. I went here and there, but they had a lot of thin shirts, a lot of shorts, stuff like that. So I was like, and that guy was saying that he has a ton of jackets and he always gets them. So I was like, hey, winter's here. They're finally gonna start pulling them out. I haven't got to the point where I can like go to their house or their storage and buy from them, but I'm happy with this because it's really good stuff. If I have to go to the flea market and get it, I'm happy with that as well. It's not super affordable. Like I said, we spent $760. So it's not like a super cheap thing, you know? And in order to get it at this price, I need to buy a lot. You can't buy 1, 2, 3 things and get the kind of deals that I'm getting. Like the Patagonias, I got them for $20 a pop, the very good ones, you know? And there's stuff that was like $10 and $6. So it just depends on what the piece is. They're very fair. And they said they're going to start separating stuff for me specifically, and like I'll just meet them on the weekend. So that's going to be really, really good. These are going to get posted up immediately. They wash all their pieces. They take care of everything. They make sure there's no stains. If there is a flaw or something like that, the price is different. That was one connection that I'm going to be doing business with. Like on Monday, I go with this other person. I'll use stuff from like the bins, but I'll fill up my entire car with them. So that's going to be awesome. That's another person that I deal with. The truckload person that I deal with is someone different. You have to have many different avenues of product coming in so you don't depend on one person. So you are spoiled for choice. To have the most leverage possible in this business or in any business, you need to be spoiled for choice. So you decide what you want to allow into your store, into your business. And so you always have leverage, and so you always win. Right here, guys, like I said, we have a bunch of stuff ready to go. These jeans are 200 bucks. You guys are gonna start seeing my eBay store absolutely erupt now. Now it's gonna be crazy. So I'm excited for that. So the power of just building these connections to the flea markets, that's where it starts, and then it spreads out wider. I'm working with someone right now, one-on-one, that, you know, it's not open right now, but I did have a couple of slots for one-on-one personal coaching recently, and we are like a month in with all the people that I'm working with. We are really like dedicating a lot of time into just building out their personal eBay store and finding these connections for them. One person right now, I just got a call and a text. They had gone like 3 weeks in a row to the flea market, every single time a little different, meeting a couple people here and there. And I just got a call that one of the guys that I'm working with just got access to a 1,500 pound bale of Levi's, only Levi's, for $1.50 a pound. That's absolutely nuts. I can't even get that. And it's all 501s, 569s, 550s, 505s, like all the good ones with some Wranglers mixed in there, similar to like the one I talked about in my last video. He met that within 3 weeks of working with me. There's a way of doing this. I got into this business with clothing, you know, a year ago, but I've already made insane connections. I have so many people that I met throughout this little short journey that we're talking about millions of pounds being processed, shipped, sold, that I can have access to. It's everywhere, and there's a way to do things in order to get these connections. You guys can go to thrift stores, you guys can go to the flea markets and get what the people give you, but if you find these people that have insane stuff, that's when you really start taking off on eBay, and you can change your whole life with one good connection even. One good connection, me back then with electronics, literally made me like over $1 million on eBay. Like that was just one connection. So there's a way of doing things. I will be having like the mentorship open up maybe like in a month or something. If more people in the future are interested, but you guys don't have to. That's only for a very, very small group. But if you guys want to join a free community of over 500 people right now, guys, completely free. We'll never charge on there. Just interacting in there. There's a bunch of information. I added like a profit tracker on there that you guys can have access to for free. I have a list of like 1,500 brands that I look for in shoes, electronics, clothing. It's a bunch of information in there, a bunch of people doing the same thing. Join my Discord community, completely free, guys, at the top of the description. And I think it can help a lot of people out, just motivate each other. Like every morning we're like, hey guys, what are you guys up to? And then people send pictures of what they're up to. Like it's just really cool to have that aspect of a community for free, completely free. I think on Tuesday, guys, I'll hop on a call on there, like on Zoom. I'll send a link and people can ask questions. We'll hop on for like an hour, have a good time. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, guys, boom. Loaded up to the gills. Got my cousin working over there. It's Saturday. We're chilling. I'm about to just ship a few items and I'm out of here for the weekend. And I'll be back on Monday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you guys later.